Well, Chicago is named America's murder capital for the 13th consecutive year. And Democrat leaders are now being called out for demonizing police and touting a declining crime rate despite the concerns of residents from all across that city.
With the switches.
Let's bring in Raymond Lopez, Democratic Chicago alderman. Your city, unfortunately, is the murder capital. Raymond, why?
You know, the reason is simple, John. We have a political elite that is in love with criminality, that encourages criminal behavior, pushes down our police officers, demonizes their work on a daily basis, and elevates the perpetrators of crime as the victims of society themselves. And that kind of coddling has brought us to where we are today for the 13th year in a row. Right now, the disregard for human life is so high in the city of Chicago that you can literally have a group of 100 teens enjoying a warm day and almost expect at least 2 or 3 to be shot. And we, in fact, saw that just 2 days ago where a 15-year-old was shot in a crowd walking down the Magnificent Mile. And many of our politicians, like Brandon Johnson and others, continue to make excuses, continue to rationalize this behavior as opposed to hold them and their parents accountable for what's going on.
There was a congressional hearing earlier this month at which Mayor Brandon Johnson appeared, and Congressman Darren LaHood got into a bit of a sparring match with him. I want to play this for our viewers.
Last year, Chicago had 573 murders. Down. Okay, but I want to compare that to the city of New York that is almost 2/3 the size of Chicago, 337 murders. So you had 573 murders in the city of Chicago, and you're 1/3 the size.
That's the lowest amount in 5 years under my leadership.
Okay, and you look at the level of violent criminals, sexual offenses, and drug dealers.
All violent crime is down in Chicago.
When I hear your answer, no one in this room should be surprised that your approval rating is 6.6%.
The mayor seems satisfied with the way things are going. What do you say?
Let me pause that real quick. In his defense, I know he's incompetent, right? But I'm gonna play devil's advocate. In Brandon Johnson's defense, he is right. It is down. The most has been down in 5 years for real. Because when Lori was here, ain't shit pop off. 572, 73, whatever. That is honestly the lowest it's been in a long time, bro. It was really in the 600, 700s a year. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't telling a lie, though. And, you know, other crime, he ain't lying, though. That's the truth. But it's still bad numbers. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna get on his ass, but what can you really do? He did remove ShotSpotter. That was a big no-no because there's a lot of shit that's in Chicago they're not catching. You get what I'm saying? So you should have renewed the contract with that, Mr. Brandon Johnson. But, you know, incompetence, right?
Well, I think acknowledging the 6.6% approval rating was probably the only truthful thing that happened at that hearing, because even in that instance, the mayor was deflecting. He was lying, because the reason that the numbers are down in his estimation is because they've been able to use jurisdictional overlap to try and negate even more numbers being added to our totals. If it happened on an expressway or a county road, then they don't count in the city of Chicago, even if it happened within our borders. But what I do know is this, is that people aren't calling 911 anymore. People are afraid. Police are unable to do their job because of cancellation of gunshot detection technology and other things. We know that the perception of the violence in the city of Chicago is real because the violence in the city of Chicago is real. And the mayor can try to do that performance as much as he wants, but the people know better, and they can feel it, especially on the south and west sides and predominantly African-American communities, where you have entrepreneurs trying to pursue the American dream and are being vandalized, shoplifted, and destroyed simply because of the location, because the mayor refuses to call out communities for the behavior that's going on in them.
I want to put up a graphic that shows the year-to-date crime statistics for your city. Now, these are according to the Chicago Police Department. These might be some of the numbers that the mayor was referring to. Murders down 10%, robbery down 34%, battery down 15%, carjacking down 31%. Total crimes, according to the police department, down 17%.
I don't know about the carjacking.
Are they fudging those numbers?
They're absolutely fudging those numbers because they're reclassifying and subdividing them into various different ways to avoid them being included in the total number of each of those various crime categories. For example, there are 5 different ways to refer to carjacking, of which 4 out of those 5 will be reported as the main crime statistic, where everything else will be downplayed as something else or re-referred as something else. But we know that that semantical argument does not reflect the truth of what's going on in the city of Chicago. Crime is not down here, and the lack of reporting of crime is up. When you look at the robberies, the battery, the assaults, people are simply not calling 911 anymore. And if that is what you're putting your victory lap on, that people refuse to call 911, then you are doing a very poor job as mayor and truly don't understand the fact that crime has not changed, just people's accommodating it has.
Raymond Lopez, we appreciate you coming on today.
Wait, hold on, pause. Gee, ain't that the same Ultima from the first video when they was shooting the Draco at the gas station? Hold on now, bro. These YNs tripping, yo. How they gonna use the same kind, the same crime, and a different crime? Hey, I'll tell you like this. This is, man, squash all that. This is what's really going down in the city, bro. People getting killed. That's just what it is. You just can't lack. Don't sit in your car, even though a lot of people do it. They be sitting in their car on somebody's block, drunk as hell, don't know what's going on, either get shot at 'cause they think you're the ops or whatever. You might get robbed. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of shit that don't happen in Chicago. There's like 8 million people there. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just, and you might end up bumping into the same person again. It's like, it's a big city, but you'll run into the same person that you've seen before if y'all out, right? Being the murder cap of the country for 13 years straight, that ain't it. It ain't about nobody being scared of nobody in Chicago. Y'all seen what happened to Vaughn. It's all about timing. Who on go first? You know what I'm saying? So it don't really matter where you from. It just like, hey, it's a lot of crash outs out here, man. So like what this alderman saying, they basically deflating the numbers because they reclassifying it. Oh, if it happened this way, then if it happened on the interstate, we ain't gonna count the murder, even though people do get shot in the interstate. Now, if people that are not familiar with Chicago, all the major highways got cameras all on it. It got readers on there, bro. So that's why most of them be taking cars from other people. So basically, this the lick. Somebody sent the light or they lacking. You cruise around the city, grab their car while they in it, or some guns to the face. What you gonna do? You either got 2 options: drive off, or let them take your shit. G. Most people scared because you got guns in the face. You already just assume they're real. I wouldn't assume no one's not. I ain't gonna assume it's not real, right? Pistols in the face. Take the car. They take your car immediately before you even They take the phone too, so you ain't even got really time to call 911. They go hit a lick with your car real fast. You know what I'm saying? Within like 5 minutes. They around the city just hitting licks on your whip. Then they'll drop your whip off and steal another person's whip in your whip. So when they call the police, they gonna describe the car that they just stole to them. Then they go hit some more licks around the city. You know what I'm saying? And stay low key. That's how it be going down for real though. But yeah, bro, Chicago people, bro, they living like GTA for real. I ain't saying that's cool or nothing, but I feel like it's more a shame. But what can you really do when you got liberal like leaders and they not really controlling the situation? You need somebody that's gonna be firm. Somebody that's gonna go in there and put his foot down and say, hey, this is what's gonna happen. Anybody get caught, kid or not, you know what I'm saying? Because what's happening is the kids doing the licks whole time, bro. It'd be like the 15-year-olds. But y'all, come on, man. The kid boys really came from the city, bro. For real. People be like, they came from Milwaukee. Nah, Detroit. Nah, they came from Chicago. They stealing Hondas, Kias. It don't matter. Genesis, bro, they taking them. Just, I guess don't lack. But it's like, y'all seen that first clip. Buddy in the store, they got the shiesties on, hood on. You see a nigga with some gloves on, bro. Just watch it. He got some burners on him. If you this is some etiquette in Chicago. Avoid motherfuckers that's talking about check it out. You know what I'm saying? Loud, loud, loud. I wouldn't even listen. Bro, nigga even talking about loose squares, loose square. No. I'm good, G. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. I'm a citizen of law. You know what I'm saying? I'm heading to the crib. Don't even entertain it. Just get in your whip and dip off. Don't entertain them. Don't. Hi, how you doing? Do you know how to get to Hosted? No. You know how to get to off Cicero? No. You know what I'm saying? No. Get in your car and dip off, bro. You can't be friendly with people in Chicago, bro. It's just not what it is. Because you might get somebody to take your whip from you. Anyway, what y'all think about this? It's, if you a resident in Chicago, I know y'all know what's going on. I seen somebody get robbed right in front of me, man. So, it happens. Just stay on your P's and Q's if you got your family with you. This is why I tell people they should be armed. Legally armed, at least. Because you have wild boys out here. I'm going to call them wild boys. Because they wildin'. These boys, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's the leadership. I say get them back in church. Really, church. Fathers need to be back in the house because I'm a problem solver. Why are these kids doing it? They ain't got no guidance. They ain't got no leaders. They ain't got no church. They ain't got no fathers. The gang leaders in jail, so they become their own leaders. So they their own killers. They putting in work. They young. They know the system. The system say, hey, if you're a minor, you don't get charged with this. So they hitting licks at 13. While your 13-year-old in the burbs or another state, in the books, 13-year-olds in Chicago, yes. 13-year-olds in Chicago, they drilling. They catching bodies, and they catching them fast. They not looking where they shooting, so anybody's a victim. It doesn't matter. So if you ever hear some gunshots, don't look and see where it's coming from. Get down. Because the person that's shooting, he's not even aiming correctly. He just Draco in the hand, one hand, savage style. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was savage. These niggas savage. You know what I'm saying? But I'm armed up too up in the city. Bro, when I'm driving around, bro, I'm not liking. I'm in and out. I'm getting the food. I'm back to the crib. I keep two on me. You hear me? I'm not playing. I'm John Wick with the bitch. Hey, you gotta be. You know what I'm saying? I told my homie, bro, you gotta get a pistol or something, bro. Don't be coming here butt naked rocking the streets like, bro, you gonna be a victim. Maybe, maybe not. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to go out like Tony. You hear me? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's even in you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta, it's your life, so do as you want with that thing, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section about this. 13th year in a row. That's a shame, I'm gonna be honest. Brandon Johnson is telling the truth, bro. Like, maybe dude talking about the numbers inflated, but bro, based on the numbers he gave us, it looks like it went down, yes. But if he's saying that, okay, we don't count the kills on the highway, maybe you might have to add another 100 to that, be honest with you, because, man, them highway killings, bro, that's why they put all the cameras on them. The plate readers, there's plate readers all on 290. There's plate readers on 55, you know what I'm saying? There's plate readers everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Stevenson, bro, they got them on every major, on I-90 if you up north with it. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere, bro. 88 if you out west burbs with it. You know what I'm saying? Do what you can in the city, man. Just stay safe out here. It is the #1 tourist spot, which is very amazing. It's actually the murder capital, 13 years in a row, while being the #1 tourist spot in the United States also. Because it's walkable. You can go everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of good things. I would say there's a lot of people here. I'm gonna just justify by there's a lot of people. And they do a lot of shit, and we don't have, and the kids just getting, it's the kids really. It's the kids. They just reckless with it, what they doing. All right, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Your boy Angelo Savage, man. Tell me what y'all think in that comments, man. Y'all from the rack, what y'all think about this, man? I want people from the rack telling me what y'all think. I want people from other states thinking what y'all think outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? Definitely if you're in another violent city like Memphis, Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? You might be in, Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? They going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what y'all think. It's your boy. Peace.